question. Hey, Dave, what's on your mind today?
Hey, Tom, I wanted to talk about authoritarianism. And actually, I have some good news, but I don't really have time for it because I kind of feel an obligation to warn, okay? Because so it's all pretty much going to be bad. But do you remember originally when Russia invaded Ukraine, they had an information op saying that they were going after the Nazis, neo-Nazis in the Ukraine. Right. Now, that was already, and everybody kind of bought off on the Azov Brigade being Nazi-like. I mean, even some liberals. And the thing is they left out the fact that there are a lot of neo-Nazis in Russia itself, not in America, all over the place. Well, Republicans in this country kind of bought off on that propaganda. Now you have Sergei Shoigu that is warning that a dirty bomb, that Ukraine is planning a dirty bomb. If it wasn't for the good fortune of having Joe Biden in there, these Republicans would be all over that. They would believe that. Mm-hmm. And the thing is and another thing is this arrest of Elon Musk. I think that's tied to, I don't know if you've ever heard of high-assay, low-enriched uranium in these nuclear reactors. One is called TerraPower. It's out of Bellevue. Well, that holds a lot of promise for a guy like Elon Musk and the access to power. And you remember, so basically you have these corporate guys that aren't that different than Fritz Thyssen. Fritz Thyssen said he would never associate with Hitler, but he said he had to because he had German employees he had to take care of as a corporate master, right, or a corporate captain. The thing is and there was a caller that condemned you for saying there were white supremacists in the United States military. I spent 25 years on. Not only do I know there's white supremacists in the military, there are war criminals we put on CNN that we praise, and that is not all that different than Adolf Hitler having a problem with the Bismarck era. The German aristocracy. They're the ones that. So how did Hitler get the German aristocracies in the Wehrmacht? He bribed them the old-fashioned way. Okay, he bribed them. And
it was Fritz Thyssen, by the way, who recommended to Hindenburg that he appoint Hitler as chancellor. It was Thyssen who organized that, and it was Thyssen who raised the first 3 million Reichsmarks to fund Hitler's campaign in 1933 when he stood for election.
Well, there was an Australian guy. He was not a general, okay, but he was on CNN as a military expert, and he's pretty smart. He said that if Russia chooses to use any sort of nuclear weapon, we will attack in the breadth and depth of Russian defenses. Now, what he is basically saying there in a fancy way is shock and awe. Now, these guys that are retired, that, like I said, I know they're war criminals. They will be advisors. I mean, they already went green to gray, all right? And these guys will advise, and I don't think Sergei Shoigu is prepared for it. I think Russia has been practicing to nuke NATO since 1999. Not the Ukrainians, but NATO.
Yeah. No, I get it, and don't disagree, Dave. These are serious times. There was a fascinating piece in, I believe it was the Financial Times this morning, too, about how World War III with China is a very real possibility. We'll be right back.